Well, hello friends! Welcome back to another Decorate With Me. I'm Alessandra, and today we are continuing our Bridgerton series, and I'm showing you how you can make your own themed party at home, inspired by the parties, soirees, dinners, etc. that we see throughout Bridgerton. We're currently on Season 2, Episode 4, so if you haven't watched it yet, now's the time to go, because there's a lot of pictures for inspiration. And the inspiration this week is actually Lady Bridgerton's annual Hearts and Flowers ball that they host out in their country home, Aubrey Hall. I did not come up with the name Hearts and Flowers ball. That is literally the choice of words that they used when narrating the episode. It's kind of early on in episode 4, and I didn't catch it the first time, but the second time when I was watching it, I was like, oh, it is a named ball. So this is apparently where all the cool kids get invited out to the country for probably a long weekend, something, and there's this beautiful ball. And this is one of the opening scenes of the episode, and we see some of the staff laying beautiful floral garlands on the in the entrance area, and there's a lot of lush green, which is really the highlight here, but then there's kind of a muted, almost dusty rose, pink, peach, purple combination going on. So lots of pinks and purples, which makes sense. We also see Lady Bridgerton and the Duchess getting ready, and we're seeing pinks, purples, and then over here, this piece I really wanted to draw attention to because this is what's going to end up being the buffet that we'll see later on. But essentially, they're layering. They have a base table, let's say a big 8-foot fold-up table or something, and then they took boxes or crates, whatever you have, and then you put those on the table, and then you layer another tablecloth over it to kind of hide it, but then you could put things like this little cherub on here, or, pedestals of other things. So that's a kind of tried and true buffet decorating technique that I'm not surprised is in here, but it's a great way to make a big impact. Also, part of the reason I chose this picture as our inspiration is because in the room, you'll see there's several of these kind of tapestries on the wall. And tapestries are something that are super affordable on places like Amazon or any like the custom print or print on demand places. I just couldn't find one that was really close to this, and I figured you can do a lot of like classic style art. I just didn't think it was going to add to this party. Here is a very, very brief moment that we see when the party's actually started, and I just wanted to reiterate the buffet lineup that they had over here. You can see how they layered it. Got some gold platters, lots of floral garlands in here, and obviously the food isn't the focus, but it's good to share. And this is a great representation of that. Again, this is the entrance. We literally have dusty rose bows on here. We've got draped garlands. I mean, again, with the fruit and everything. So very straightforward. It's not super matchy-matchy. It's not super themed like I think we saw a lot of in the first season. We see a lot of kind of more loose mixing of florals, I feel like, in season 2, which is super fun. And so the party gets started. There's a fantastic mini orchestra here with ropes and stanchions, except for the stanchions are garlands. But really, at a glance, the party is just decorated to enhance an already naturally beautiful space, so that when it comes down to it, there's not really a lot of decorations here. I love these moments here. Penelope and Eloise, and that face, oh my gosh, she has such a face sometimes, standing next to one of the freestanding candelabras that we just spoke about. And here again, you can see how it's not super matchy-matchy. There's pinks, there's purples, there's lighter pinks, there's, I'm assuming, apples and tangerines. And then again, on kind of one of the focal punch stations, I don't know what this is, there's a beautiful tiered display going on with what looks like some sort of sherbet or something, and lots of just drapey florals. So with that, we have our inspiration. Pinks, light purples, and greens. Pretty straightforward, but a different mix than what we normally see. So Lady Bridgerton's Heart and Flowers ball is going to be turned into a modern day shower This could be a baby shower, but I was thinking more of a bridal shower, birthday party, something like that. Something a little bit more casual, less formal. Because what better colors are pink and purple than this occasion? So let's start with our floral, because that is going to be the highlight of what we're working on. Now, as every Decorate With Me episode beforehand, all of the exact products that I use in my inspiration boards are all linked down below. I get things from all over the internet, wherever I find things that make sense. I'm not super partial to any one place. I just know what I want when I see it, and I put it in my boards, and that's about the extent of my thought process. So, off the bat, what party would be without these days, without some sort of selfie station, photo booth, floral wall, something? And so with that, we're going to be creating a floral wall using these beautiful panels from Shop Wild Things that are already a mix, like already ready to go, with pinks, purples, whites, different shades in between. And what's really fun about them is you can buy the panel themselves, or you could buy the whole kit. And when you buy the kit from Shop Wild Things, I want to say it's an 8x8, and it comes with the pipe and the base that you need to hang these on securely for something that size. And if you want to enhance it with drapes and extra garlands, you of course can, but at least they got the base started for you. Obviously, I like having the more finished look, so I made my own little makeshift floral wall, took some drape that they also sell, and put that on here just so you can get an idea of where we're going with it. But I think this would be a really cute photo wall for the lady of honor, let's say, for this party, soiree, and her friends to take pretty pictures with and enjoy the day. Now, again, we have some more the same inspiration from earlier about just kind of the buffet and the colors. And then again, we see this kind of dusty rose layered look. And so I'm assuming you would try and make a layered or a tiered buffet if you can, but I realize that not everybody can. So I took a pink tablecloth that's fitted, meant to go on a fold-up table or a buffet table. Then I found this, which is a table skirt, which is extra long, so it has that kind of billowy, flowing chiffon at the bottom. And that's got that nice texture drape look. So that goes around this. And then I also found coordinating just regular pink polyester linen to go on top of these if you wanted to create the drape look. That's a lot. I realize that. And you might just need one, you might need two, and you might need a few of them. I will say, if you are trying to do this and create a dynamic buffet like this, order your linens ahead of time, and if ever possible, like, these are from the same manufacturer, so I would try to get them from the same person if you can, so that way they're most likely to match the dye lots, so the pinks are the same pinks essentially. So that's going to be the foundation of our buffet. But this is a hearts and flowers ball, so I was like, we need to have some hearts in here. So I thought, okay, if you don't want to create a super layered tiered buffet, I get that. So we could get a 6-foot gold arch in the shape of a heart from Shop Wild Things. Put that on the table for your buffet is kind of like the backdrop. So again, we were talking about, like, maybe this could be a bridal shower or something like this would be a great addition. And then put lots of drapey elements like this green leaf garland. And then I found these really pretty kind of succulent-ish. They say they're Real Touch, but it's a nice kind of full garland, and it's already got pinks and purples kind of naturally built into it, and it's very drapey, and I thought, okay, that could look really pretty. And then for just that little extra purple in a darker shade, a nice hydrangea bloom. And these are all silks. Of course, you could do this with real stuff, but if you're like me and you want to work ahead, the real stuff is only so, like, you can only really do that so far in advance, and I like the silks because then you could reuse them. So kind of taking this and doing my best photo editing in PowerPoint, this is kind of what I came up with as a pretty buffet table, and I thought, oh, this could be really fun. It just, you know, it doesn't have to be over the top or anything, but sometimes just making a nice effort with some linen and some foliage can look really pretty. Now we're going to need some nice servingware, and so this is all styled in gold and white because that's kind of the direction that I like to create for my own collection, because white and gold tends to go with everything. You can pretty much go with almost every holiday, and it's very versatile, so I tend to use it a lot. So you see that here, but we have, for example, this big melamine platter. It says they can put a turkey, and obviously it has a ham on it, but I just like that it's kind of got that organic wave. And same with this tiered element here. They're bowls. They're oval-ish shaped, and then we got a little bit of a soft curve in this kind of marble platter. And this little, it's kind of like a condiment holder, I suppose, is more geometric, but I just thought it was a nice, unique shape, and it could go really well with this. And again, if you're going to spend the money on these elements and buy them yourselves, you might as well get something that you could use again and again, and that's kind of what we talk about here a lot, is building your collection into something that it could be used again and again, because at the end of the day, you can't, maybe you can store everything, but most likely you don't have storage for every themed everything all year round, every year, new party kind of thing. Okay, so we got a buffet situated, we got the photo booth situated, and even at a luncheon, a shower, you're still going to probably have some tables, most likely. So we've got our beautiful inspiration, and this is kind of where my brain went with it. I found this super cool set online, and they're table runners, but they come in, I think it's like 3 or 4 different shades. So these are shades of kind of dusty pink, I suppose. 1, 2, yeah. And then you can interweave them on your table to create this cool effect. And I was like, actually, that's kind of cool. It's super soft without being super geometric, but it's kind of organic. And I just liked how it looked. And then to go with that, I thought, this is kind of giving me Wildflower vibes. So I found this collection of silks, and I thought, okay, if you could get some of these silks and then get some small bud vases that were similar but different shapes and sizes, this would be a really pretty runner down the table, and you would just trim all of the silk flowers down to go in here. Now, again, if you wanted to do real flowers, of course, with carnations or little baby roses, really any of them could look really nice. But again, if you want to work ahead or you want it to last longer, silks would be the way to go. And then to incorporate just our little deeper purple in there, I know we have the delphinium here, but I thought a nice purple polyester napkin could go really well with this function. In my mind, as I'm putting this together, this is a luncheon, or some sort of daytime soiree, so it doesn't have to be super formal. And again, you're probably having a buffet, so people are going to be up and down, so I don't think you need to go crazy with chargers and whatnot, but if you want to, there's a lot of great options. And this is a secondary table, keeping again those wildflowers mixed together. This was just a picture that they had with all of them together in the different colors that they come in, but it's really nice with all the ferns and greenery, and I was like, this is already half of what we're looking for, so that's great. But I thought we could take it a little bit further. If we didn't want to do vases all the way down the table, we could get this nice big peony garland. So it's a big garland with all these peony blooms in pink. Mix it with some greenery, lay that across the table, cascading, and then you could just kind of twist in some of these wildflowers or some of the delphinium, and it would look really pretty, especially with the pop of pink as the napkin. And then again, if this is something that you're hosting, maybe in your home, your yard, your community center, something like that, you might not want to do dishes for all of this, but you still want some nice set of something. I found this, which I almost didn't include, but I was like, this is kind of a good deal depending on how many people you're bringing out. So this whole set I found comes with all of the silverware, all of the salad plates or dessert plates, the dinner plates, and a bunch of plastic cups, napkins, the whole shebang. Like, all of this comes in the set, and I was like, that's kind of really great because it's all together, it all matches. You don't have to like mix and match all of the things. So I was like, this could look really pretty, especially with the brightness of the white on the purple table is going to look gorgeous. And I think even with this combination is going to look really pretty too. So to wrap up this soiree, a more informal soiree, but very DIY friendly, we have our flower wall photo booth. I'm thinking an 8x8 is probably a great standard size. You can't go wrong. We're going to have our beautiful heart buffet to go with our hearts and flowers ball. We have lots of beautiful wildflowers like we would see in the countryside in Aubrey Hall as one of our estate tables. And then our other estate table is going to be filled with beautiful peonies, wildflowers, and greenery garlands. I think that would make for a beautiful event. I would love to go to this. If you need more ideas and you're on Pinterest, come check out my Bridgerton ball board. It's linked down below for your convenience. I have so many ideas that I pin to this board and probably more added every day. And it's a good resource. Alternatively, I also have a huge Bridgerton playlist at this point filled with ideas. So if you need more formal, I've got you. If you need less formal, I have that too. If you need outdoor tent stuff, I have that as well. If you need a masquerade ball themed around Bridgerton, as it turns out, I have that too. So thank you for decorating with me today. Make sure you like this content and let me know if there's another element in Bridgerton that I haven't covered that you would love to see a rendition on. And as always, thanks for watching, friends. My name's Alessandra, and until next time, bye!